Imagine this. A young man sits in a crowded cafeteria. He waves at his friends, but they don't wave back. He sends a message to a group chat, but no one replies. At home, his own brother scrolls past him, barely acknowledging his presence. He feels invisible, ignored, as if he doesn't even exist. Now pause for a moment. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe in school, maybe at work, maybe in your own family. That sharp sting of being ignored. It hurts more than anger, more than criticism, more than hate. Because when someone ignores you, they are not saying you're bad. They're saying you're nothing. But here's the truth. Being ignored is not the end of your story. It can be the very beginning of your transformation. In today's lesson, we are going to explore something powerful. Why people ignore us, what psychology says about this painful experience, and most importantly, how to rise from it stronger, wiser, and more respected than before. Stay with me, because this is not just a video, this is a journey from rejection to recognition, from invisibility to influence. But before we begin, do me a small favor. If you believe every human being deserves to be valued, hit that like button, drop a comment with the word respect, and subscribe to this channel. Together, let's build a space where no one is ignored. Let's face it, being ignored feels like a knife through the heart, but to grow, we must first understand why it happens. Psychologists call it social exclusion. Our brains are wired for connection, so much so that scientists found being ignored activates the same part of the brain as physical pain. That's right. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a broken arm and a broken heart. So why do people ignore us? There are three main reasons. Reason one, power and control. Sometimes people ignore you not because of who you are, but because ignoring gives them a sense of control. They feel bigger by making you feel smaller. Reason two, immaturity or fear. People who lack confidence often avoid direct confrontation. Instead of speaking up, they ignore. It's not your weakness, it's theirs. Reason three, shifting priorities. Life changes. Friendships, relationships, even family dynamics. Sometimes people pull away not because you failed, but because they're moving in a different direction. But here's the key. Being ignored does not define your worth. It only reveals the other person's behavior. Take a deep breath. Say this to yourself, I'm not invisible, I am valuable. And remember, every time someone ignores you, you are being given a test of patience, of self-respect, and of inner strength. If you're still with me, type I am valuable in the comments right now. Let the world know you're rising above the silence. Let me tell you a story from history. Thomas Edison, the man who gave us the light bulb, was once told by his teachers that he was too stupid to learn anything. They ignored his curiosity, dismissed his ideas, and pushed him aside. But Edison didn't stop. He turned that rejection into fuel and lit up the world. Literally. Another example, Mahatma Gandhi. In South Africa, he was thrown off a train, ignored and humiliated because of his skin color. Did he crumble? No. That moment became the spark of his lifelong fight for dignity and freedom. And closer to our own time, Oprah Winfrey. She was ignored, underestimated, and even fired from her first job as a TV reporter. Today, she's one of the most influential women on earth. The lesson is clear. Being ignored is not a wall, it's a doorway. Every leader, every visionary, every world changer has walked through the same doorway of rejection. So next time you feel invisible, remind yourself, I'm standing in the same shoes as legends. Now we know the psychology of being ignored, but the real question is, what do we do with this pain? You have two choices. Choice one, sink into self-pity, repeat the words, nobody cares about me, and stay stuck. Choice two, use the pain as rocket fuel to build yourself stronger. Here's how. 1. Focus on self-growth. Instead of asking, why don't they notice me? Ask, what skill can I build today that makes me impossible to ignore tomorrow? 2. Channel emotion into action. Go for a run, write your feelings, paint or create something. Energy wasted on anger can become energy invested in growth. 3. Shift your circle. Don't beg for attention from those who overlook you. Move towards people who appreciate your presence. Think of it this way: when coal is under pressure, it can either crumble or transform into a diamond. Which one do you want to be? Let's get practical. Here are 5 hacks you can use the next time you feel ignored. Hack 1. Pause before reacting. Don't explode, don't beg. Silence can be your greatest power. Hack 2. Mirror their energy. If they don't text you back immediately, don't rush to reply to them either. Respect yourself. Hack 3. Build inner confidence. Spend time on your appearance, your posture, your voice. When you walk into a room with self-respect, even the coldest people notice. Hack 4. Redirect attention. Instead of waiting for someone to invite you in, create your own opportunities. Host the conversation, start the project, be the leader. Hack 5. Forgive but don't forget. Carry no poison in your heart. Forgiveness frees you, but remember the lesson. Try just one of these hacks today and watch how the energy shifts in your life. This isn't just about famous people. Let's talk about everyday heroes. A young woman named Aisha was ignored by her classmates for years. She spent her lunch breaks alone, but instead of crying, she buried herself in books. Years later, those same classmates stood in line, not to ignore her, but to attend her seminar as she became a respected professor. Or take David, a boy who was bullied and left out of sports teams. Everyone thought he was weak. He turned his focus to computers. Today, he runs a tech company with employees who look up to him. These stories prove one thing: being ignored is not permanent. It's a chapter, not the whole book. Here's the ultimate lesson. Respect does not start outside, it starts inside. If you ignore your own potential, your own health, your own dreams, the world will ignore you too. But the moment you respect yourself, the universe shifts. Wake up early, exercise, speak kindly to yourself, learn daily. These small actions tell your brain, I matter. And when you believe it, others begin to believe it too. So stop chasing those who ignore you. Start building yourself until ignoring you becomes impossible. My friend, if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: being ignored is not rejection, it is redirection. Every great story begins with someone being underestimated. Don't let the silence of others kill your voice. Rise above, shine brighter, make yourself unforgettable. If this video touched your heart, do 3 things right now. Smash that like button to spread the message. Comment "I will rise" so I know you're serious about your journey. And subscribe to Shadow Wire, because every day we'll walk together on this path of growth, wisdom, and unstoppable motivation. Remember, the world may ignore you today, but tomorrow they will clap for you. The question is, are you ready to keep going until that day comes?